Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing my Banshee. My grandpa built this maybe 32 years ago. It was his second profile he's ever built. He didn't like to build profiles. All of his planes were built-up fuselages. They had a built-up fuselage, and most of them were scratch-built. This was from a kit. He just said he thought it looked nice, so he decided to build it. I actually have I have a picture of him holding it and him flying it back in the 80s or 70s or whenever he built this. I think it might have been in the 80s or late 70s. It has a Fox Rocket 35 on it, 10.6 prop. I had a couple incidents with this. Well, first of all, my grandpa, he's sort of a retired control line flyer. He tried his first flight about 2 years ago on this thing, and he got pretty dizzy and he fell down. So that was one of the incidents. Well, he didn't wreck the plane. He just got dizzy because he filled that tank full with 4 ounces. And so one of my cousins had to come out and take over for him, and he knelt down on the ground and had to catch his breath. But a few months ago, in the summer, he flew this, and I was by his side because I think I have, yeah, if you check out my control line video, it shows him and me, him flying and me by his side so he doesn't get dizzy. He was flying this Banshee right here. He never used to have a spinner on it. I had to put that on because I was sick of using the electric starter on the prop nuts. I mean, I can do it, but I don't like to do it. This Fox Rocket doesn't have much compression, probably because it's old. It doesn't look very old, though. It looks actually new, but it's like 40 or 30 or 40 years old. It's ridiculous that, well, I know it's corroded right there, but I mean, like on the head and stuff, it's pretty good. He had this thing sitting in his garage for 30 years before he finally got it out and flew it. Those 2 years ago. You know how I told you he fell down and stuff. Well, he had this hanging in the garage forever, and me and him used to play ping pong, and me and him would poke holes in it with a ping pong ball. We obviously on accident, not purposely. Had a bunch of holes in it, and in '93 he bought some monocoat because I don't know. I guess I don't know what happened. He bought some monocoat with intentions of putting it on. I think he might have thought it was like colored silk span or something. So he's patching holes in the wing, but every little touch would make a hole in the wing. So we used little, really thin silk span to cover up the holes that was on it. Oh, this plane was originally all yellow, well, except for the canopy. That black stripe, not the pinstripe, but the black stripe between the elevator and the stabilizer wasn't there. The wings were yellow. They had a pinstripe on them, too. Same as on the kit. Anyway, so we bought really thin paper, and that stuff didn't work, so we uncovered it and recovered it. And I painted it with just brush on. That kind of makes me mad. I got some wrinkles down there, but whatever. Not a total failure. This plane has a lot of history to it. This was his last plane he ever built when he was big into control line flying. He's only built one other plane that was after this, and this was this year. He built a built-up Barnstormer with a Fox 35 on it. It was reduced 25% like mine, but he put a Fox 35 on it, and man, that thing is nose heavy. It's insane. Oh, another incident. He was... yeah, I kind of cut off at this point. I forgot. I didn't tell you. He was trying to start this, and since, I said he was kind of retired from control line, he was trying to adjust the needle valve, but he couldn't turn it. It was jammed. So he took needle nose pliers, and he got down in there, and he turned them, and the propeller cut his finger really bad. He had to go to the hospital. That was just this summer. And then after that, I was scared to death to adjust the needle valve or do anything, and it is still pretty stiff. It's really hard to turn. I need to Put some WD-40 in there. I don't know what kind of thing he's going on in there. He's got a piece of tubing and stuff. Oh, it has a missing mounting bolt. That's current. That's never really been like that. That's just, I don't know. Got some loose bolts. Okay, well, that was my... Oh, yeah, one more thing. He gave this to me a month ago because he wanted me to... Well, I don't know how to explain this. He just gave it to me. Just because. We had to put new landing gear on it. We busted the other ones. He has done many attempts to try to fly, but I always have to take over. I went flying with him once, and that was on the control line video, and he did a full flight. And then the second time I had to take over, and he walked out. And then the third time he couldn't get out of that stupid freaking safety strap, and the Banshee crashed. It popped the wheel hub out of the wheel, and it actually busted this landing gear. See, the old landing gear was back here, but we had to replace it because it was too weak. But we got bent bolts here, and then we just had to replace them. That was basically it. Okay, well, that was my Banshee. Thanks for watching.